Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? Shout out to the Galactic family. What's good, everybody? Hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it. They are mad at you. They're mad at you. You got them real mad because you are setting boundaries now. People are mad because you're setting boundaries, but that's too bad. Oh well, it's too bad. And we're going to talk about the real issue on why people are upset and mad that you're setting boundaries. All right. The real issue is a lot deeper than you think. All right. So you're setting boundaries now and you realize who's for you and who's not for you. People may not have bad, terrible intentions for you, but if they're not in alignment with what you're doing, then you got to separate yourself from certain people. And this could be anybody, family, friend, whoever. When you're trying to elevate and you're trying to grow and get to the next level, and you see that God's trying to take you somewhere, and you see that other people aren't in alignment with that, you have to set boundaries and you have to do what's best for you, because that's going to give you the time and that's going to give you the energy to be able to do those things. When you're around certain people, they could be draining, right? They could be time consuming. And if they're not on the same wavelength, or they're not on the same type of time as you, if they're not into what you're into, if they're not being aid to your process, then if they're not helping you grow, that person is either distracting you and they don't know it, or that person is voluntarily holding you back. A lot of people distract you by accident because they don't know it. They just are unaware that you are a new person, you changed, and you have a lot of different things that you're into now, and that your time is very valuable. And some people, they just don't deserve your time because of the type of person that they are, and you realize that. So you realize that it's best for you to stay away from certain people because those people don't have your best interests at heart, in mind, or at all. All right. Certain people will get with you just to see you fall, just to see what you're doing fall apart. So you have to protect what it is you're doing. You have to protect your energy, because there are people that are sent, there are agents, there are monitoring spirits, people who are watching your progress, people who keep tabs on you, and they want to get back into your life. Some people want to get back into your life to use you because maybe they realize how much they benefited off you, and they want to benefit off you some more. All right. Maybe some people realize that if they get next to you, then they'll get noticed, or they'll get looked at a particular way. People are strange, and people like to attach themselves to people who they think are going somewhere in life. All right. So you have to be careful of that. If somebody's trying to attach themselves to you, maybe it's because you have a certain connection. Maybe you have somebody who works at the gym. Maybe this person may be trying to use you just so they can get a free gym membership. All right. Maybe this person is trying to use you for a free bank loan. Maybe you work at the bank. Maybe this person saw that. They've been watching you. They work at the grocery store right there, or they drive up and down that street all the time, and they see you. They've been trying a few banks. Now they're like, yo, I'm going to try her. I know I could get to her. I know I could make her give me this loan. I'll be her friend, act like I'm cool with her. We'll hang out, go on a few dates, and then I'll get that bank loan. All right, you never know. Some people are trying to deceive you. Some people are trying to act like they're your friend, but they're not. And it's different when somebody will go in on you. I mean, go in with you, and you could trust that person. Like, say that dude was getting that bank loan, but then he either split the money with the girl, or he invested in a business and then he hired her to be his financier. All right, that's how things are supposed to work. But people don't want to do that with you. People want to get what they get from you, use you, and bounce, and forget all about you. All right, they want to get what they can get from you and more bounce. They want to get what they can get from you and bounce to the ounce on that ass. All right, and then they're going to be out on that ass. They're going to be gone. Where so-and-so go? They're going to be living their best life momentarily, sending you a postcard. And then 5 months later, they're going to be sending you a note card saying they need some help. Okay, and that's just how the universe works. People go up fast because they use people or do something to somebody else, step on somebody, and then they end up falling back down just as fast because the universe doesn't support that. The world may support that. Other people who step on other people may support that, but the universe don't support that. All right, because it's a law. Anybody who is misusing the laws of mind will put them in check. All right, it's just universal law. There's laws of mind, the universal mind, God's mind, and when you operate outside of those laws, you're gonna get dealt with at karma. Okay, so they're mad at you because you're setting boundaries. You have to protect your energy. You got to protect this new person. People are trying to remind you of the past. People are trying to remind you of who you are instead of what you are. All right. That people want to remind you of who you were instead of who you are. That's what I meant to say. What you were is nobody's business. What you were, that's in the past. All right. Who you are is a different person. So what you are now, you have to protect that, especially if people are trying to remind you of the person that you were in the past. You have to stay away from people like that. You can't just because of a friendship or just because of a relationship or just because of a family member. You can't stand to have people try to hold you back and remind you of somebody that you're not anymore, especially if that's an old negative spirit that you done got rid of. You know, you did your best to improve. All right, you worked on yourself. That's not you anymore. So the fact that they're trying to hold you back, they miss that version of you because one, it made them feel better about themselves, or two, you didn't pose a threat to them. All right, so that pretty much two in the same. All right, so you either made them feel better about themselves, and or you didn't pose a threat to them or damage their ego. But this new version of you is damaging egos. People didn't expect you to do anything more with your life than what you were already doing. They didn't expect you to open up that hair salon. They just thought you were going to keep doing braids for $25, $50, having clients come to your home. They didn't see the bigger picture in your mind. They didn't see you had a dream to own a whole beauty shop. They didn't think you could do that. She can't do that. They didn't think you could own a barber shop. He can't do that. They don't think we can do anything that we set out to do. They think it's just a pipe dream. So-and-so is just running his mouth. All he doing is just making videos, just talking. That's it. He ain't doing nothing else. He ain't going to do nothing. Why don't you go do something that means something? People all up in your business and don't even know what type of impact that you really have. They want to, but they really do. They just want to stop you and they don't want you to realize it. People want to ruin your self-image because somebody ruined their self-image. It's a chain of command. It's crabs in a bucket. Somebody ruined me. I gotta ruin you. Don't let nobody ruin you. Stay to yourself. Keep your energy clean. All right. If God is telling you that you need to be alone right now, you listen to God. If God's telling you to take care of yourself right now and just do you, that's what you got to do. And you got to set those boundaries because the person could be on assignment, could be an agent, could be a demon, could be somebody sent from the other side trying to monitor, stop, watch your progress, alter your mind, alter your thoughts, get you on the wrong path. People may try to set you up and stop you from doing what you're doing and sabotage you or get you to sabotage yourself. All right, people are real devious, and you gotta watch your back out here. That's why you stay prayed up. All right, that's why you stay prayed up because you never know what somebody is capable of. You never know what they're going to try to do. So when you stay prayed up and you speak good things into existence and you think good things about yourself and other people, you wish the best for others. All right, you operate under the law of mind. You're going to be all fine. All right, and anybody not operating under the laws of mind, anybody not obeying the Lord, they're going to get theirs. All right. When you don't obey the Lord, you get you. When you don't obey the Lord, you get yours. All right. When you don't obey the Lord, you get yours. All right. So don't even worry about them. They're going to get their karma. You continue to do what you need to do. All right, the universe sees you taking care of business. God sees you taking care of business, and that's why that's why things are starting to work out for you. You're starting to get blessed. Opportunities are starting to come your way. The right people for the right reasons. All right, for the right opportunities. All right, for the right purpose are coming your way. All right, for the right money. so that way you could live a successful life. You're not going to have to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. You're on another level. God is taking you somewhere, and everybody can go. All right, everybody can't go where you're going. All right, God knows where you're going. You know where you're going, but everybody can't go. Some people, if they try to get into your life, their energy is just going to pull you back down. All right, their energy is not where it's supposed to be. It's not a vibrational match to your own. So anybody's energy that's not a vibrational match to your own, you have to set that boundary, and you have to keep those people at a distance. All right, you don't wish them any bad. You don't wish them any hurt, any wrong. You just have something going on. You have to take care of you. You have to sort out your own thoughts. On top of everything, if you're watching this channel, and you might even be a survivor of narcissistic abuse. All right, you may have just come out of a relationship. You may have just come out of a situation with some relatives. You may have just come out of a work situation, all right, living situation. You don't know. All right, people just don't know what you're going through. So, and they don't have to. They don't have to. All right, you don't have to explain anything to anyone, and you don't have to do anything that you don't want to. All right, so when people try to force themselves on you, don't let them. All right, that's pretty much it. People can try to force themselves on you if they want, but you just don't let them. All right, because when somebody tries to force themselves on you, that's demonic. That's not right. All right, people can what's the word? You have to what's what I'm thinking of? You have to love everybody, but you don't have to like everybody. You could love people without liking them. You could have love for somebody without liking them. Somebody crossed the line, somebody crossed some boundaries. People repeatedly do things that you don't like. You don't have to like it, but you have to love them. They're still your brother, they're still your sister in Jesus, in Christ Jesus. So have love for them. All right, and that's how you could look at them from a divine point of view, instead of look at them from the negative, resentful point of view. And that's a whole nother video right there. All right, you don't want to look at people from the negative point of view, because that's bad for you. Look at them from a divine point of view, and look at yourself from a divine point of view. So they're still your brother and sister in Jesus, and in God, and in good and all that stuff. So they're still your brother and your sister. But the thing is, you don't if they are displaying behaviors that are mentally unhealthy, and that you don't like, and that aren't good for you, you don't have to like that. If it's not good for you to like it, then don't like it. All right, whatever. So they're mad at you because you're setting boundaries. All right, but that's too bad. The boundaries that you set is for you. It's for you, so you could be better, so that you could do better, and so that you could have better. You're not trying to stay stuck. You're not trying to be distracted. You're not trying to have anything take you off your focus right now, because you have a lot that you need to do, and you know what you need to do, and you know what God has you doing right now. So since you know all that, and you know that God has you separated right now for a reason, and by yourself for a reason, then it's no hard feelings. You just have to keep continuing on the path that you're on, and keep doing what you're doing. So that way you could reach your goal, and that way you won't be wasting time. Your wheels won't be stuck in the dirt. You won't be building anything on the sand. I mean, in the mud. You won't be building anything on the sand. I don't know if you listen to Steel Pulse, but it was foolish to build it on the sand. All right, it shall stand firm like your rock. All right, so and that's an '80s Jamaican band, political band. They used to they were from Britain, but they were Jamaican. All right, they made music about political issues. All right, so that I really like that music. My dad put me on to them. That's a really cool group. All right, but back to the topic at hand, it shall stand firm. All right, so when you have to do things that stand firm, you have to do things according to a pattern, and the pattern for your life that God has you on right now, you can't break that pattern. You can't have anything break that pattern. You can't have anything break your mental pattern. You can't have anything break your self-image, how you view yourself. All right, people will try to destroy how you view you, because they don't view themselves in a positive light. So if other people are put down the negative, have a lot of negative things to say. They don't have a lot of positive things to say, and you could feel that they have to do some work on themselves. Then you have to just keep your distance, do your work on yourself, and they'll change on their own when God calls them to, because you can't change people, and sometimes people don't change. So you have to just do what's best for you, especially if that's what if that is what God is showing you. All right. So if they're mad, it's probably because you're setting boundaries, but that's what the real issue is. The real issue, excuse me, y'all, technical difficulties. All right, thought I lost y'all for a second. The real issue is that they can't get back with you. The real issue is that she can't get in that same spot, and she's not going to be treated how you treated her before. That's the real issue. She want them same hugs and kisses, and that the same time, and she want the same energy. She want all that, the same texting. She want all that, but she can't have that. All right, she lost them privileges. When people show you that they could treat you any type of way and they feel that there's no repercussions for that, you just exit. That's a door. That's a door they just walked in. If y'all know where that's from, that's a door. That's a dirty door they just walked out of. They just walked out of the dirty door. They made their exit. People want to ish on you and disrespect you and treat you crazy. That's not the person to be with. That's not the person to be in a relationship with. That's not real love. They're probably doing the Dr. Jekyll and the Mr. Hyde. And people who tend to look for the best in people, we tend to overlook those negative situations. Maybe they were just in a bad mood. Maybe they had a rough day at work. So-and-so's usually all right all the time. So-and-so's usually pretty good 99, 70% of the time. It's probably just she's just a little rough. I know what she needs. Maybe she just needs some time to herself. Blah, 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 blah. All right. That attitude keep resurfacing. All right, that's not the one for you. You're doing everything you possibly can. That attitude ain't for you. There's other people out there. All right, don't feel that because you got one that's the one. Just because you got one doesn't mean that's the one. All right, maybe that's the none, the zero. All right, for somebody else. All right, same thing with you, ladies. And don't keep trying. If it's not working, there's somebody else out there for you. You don't need to keep forcing that. If that dude ain't for you, that dude ain't for you. But there is a man or a gentleman or a guy out there for you. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay. So if people are mad, let them be mad. All right, you continue on. I bet you if they're mad and you're happy, it wouldn't be a problem for you, right? Think about that. They're mad because you're not giving them your time. You're not giving them your energy. You're not breaking your back to make them super important. You're putting yourself first. That's why they're mad. People always get mad when you put yourself first. When you put them in a position that they felt that they were in, they thought they had control of you in. All right, people bossing you around, telling you what to do. You should do this, you know. All right. No. People try to get that off on people because you're a good person. You try to be a teammate. You try to be a team player. But people take advantage of that and they don't know how to lead. So when you see people don't know how to lead, it's probably because you're supposed to be leading yourself. All right. Or you're supposed to be taking lead. But you're always supposed to be taking lead. All right. But a lot of times people will discourage people with the strongest spirit because they don't want that spirit to rise up and own up to its true talent, its true worth, its true dignity. All right, it's true integrity. All right, it's true self-worth. They don't want you to reach that, possess that, own up to that, become that. It's something that they don't want you to. It's something that they don't want you to tap into. All right, but the thing is, you are already tapped into it the whole time. All right. So you have to set those boundaries and protect that because that person that you know you are, that person that you know you can be, they don't want to see that. They think they're better than that person. They think they should be that person instead of them going out and doing them and being them. They think they should have everything that you should get. They feel that they just deserve it because uh, they're in your environment or you work together or you know this person or you're related to them or they're a friend or a family member or a girlfriend or they're your boyfriend. but you have to let people know that they can't do you like they used to. Because if somebody did you negatively before and they try to act like things are going to be different, it's only because they want to do you bad one more time. And you have to avoid that. People will smile, people will say they changed just to get back with you, just to get back in that position, and then flip the script back on you. All right, it's called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They'll act one way 1 minute and then act one way the next minute. We see these things, but they do it to make you doubt yourself, question your sanity, and question your reality. And that's not good for you. That's not a real friend. That's not a real family member. That's not a real partner, business partner, relationship, girlfriend, boy. That's not real. That's terrible to do that to a person. And when you see people thinking it's okay to do terrible things, they gotta go. All right, they just that's their exit. That's their door. Okay. And when you see people that are like this, test them. Constantly test them, because you're gonna see, like, if as long as it's non-threatening and non-violent, constantly test these people. Because I mean, as long as you don't gotta hit them upside the head with nothing, constantly test these people, because sooner or later they're gonna show you that they're not the one for you.